Everyone, SpaceManNoHelmet, internet's D1 complainer, apparently. And I wanted to talk about something that's been on my mind since we've seen the first trailer for the Until Dawn remake. When I saw it, it felt a little odd to me, and I couldn't really put it into words. But now with a new trailer that's come out recently, we get to see more of the gameplay and animations and new cutscenes. And in my opinion, it looks really bizarre. And I wanted to figure out what exactly made it feel that way. And before you think I'm just complaining, I'm just shit talking, new game, whatever, I've made a lot of videos talking about said topics, but I feel like there's a couple things that does make it look a little jarring, a little uncomfortable, and just makes, in my opinion, at this moment, the old one does look better. And before I get into these things, obviously, I'm gonna play the new one. It's probably gonna be a good game as much as the other one was, probably, but I'm gonna talk about some things that I feel like diminishes the remake in my opinion. I feel like the main thing, which is a hindrance to the old game and the new game more, is the fact that in the original, they filmed the actors' facial movements and body movements separately. So that literally made the game have this weird effect where the head would kind of do things and the body, it would just look weird. It would look weird and bizarre. So imagine that in a PS4 game, now in a PS5 remake that's using the same animations. And I do feel like they could change that with the new added cutscenes that we're getting. I don't know if they're going to be voiced or anything. They could just be kind of just this new things that we're going to see to like engulf the world. But I do feel like they could have touched up on a lot of those cutscenes since they were putting them all into the game and everyone knows about the jankiness of the cutscenes anyway. Another thing I do feel like is an issue, I feel like the game looks a little too dark. I remember in the other game it has this like darkness, like the snowy filled environment where it wasn't that dark, but it was very, like you could tell that you were in a snowed in place. In the new trailer, it just looks like you're just in this dark horror show. There's really nothing that really indicates that you're in some snowy mountains. If it's snowy and it's dark, it would be a little bright, I feel like, in my opinion. I don't know if that's making sense or not. You could really tell, you could really feel the theme of the game in the original. I do feel like the movements are still jarring, especially with the new engine. It's like realistic, but it still looks weird because they didn't really do anything with the animations that happened beforehand. I do want to say the redesigns are fine. I don't really have an issue with it. People complain about it, it's whatever. Not really on my list of things that bothers me. Is fine. I feel the new graphics make the jarring movements of the original game more prevalent, unfortunately, but if you think it's fine, it's fine. You could just tell the movements just look awkward, and if you know the awkwardness in the last game, you know that they're probably going to be there in the new game from just what we can see in the cutscenes. But honestly, we need to see more. I would need to see more to really have like a good grasp on how the game is gonna play in general. Honestly, in my opinion, I feel like the environment looked way better in the PS4 version than the new one, mainly just because new one looks very dark, not really atmospheric, as you can tell from like the bluish snowed in environment that was the original Until Dawn. And I feel like if they went for this dark and realistic feel, I don't know if the game will hit the same compared to the original Until Dawn, but you know, maybe I'm complaining, you know, not the first time, whatever. But I do want to hear your discussion. I feel like there's been some talk about it not looking that great in certain aspects revolving like hair or whatever, but I feel like a lot of it gets kind of shut down in the comments of videos that I've seen. So I hopefully would like to have a discussion here, how you feel about it as a whole. It's okay to have complaints about a game and still play it, still like it. I feel games typically aren't 100% great from start to finish. There are issues, there's glitches, inconsistencies, things can look weird. It's okay. I'm not shitting on the game. There's just some things that I feel like looks odd to me that I feel like looked a little better in the PS4 version. Who knows, maybe it could get touched up before the game is fully released. You know, this is just where I stand on the matter, but do let me know what you think. Thank you all for subscribing. We're at 332 subscribers subscribers. I really appreciate it. Please join the Discord to stop my mod from spamming Jinxie gifts every day. I would really appreciate it. And please follow me on Twitch. I would like to get Twitch back up and running to stream more, do a lot of different things on there. And just, you know, thanks for watching the video. Thanks for getting to the end. I really appreciate it. Thank you all. Let's talk in the comments. Love you guys. Really appreciate it. And goodbye.